I'm just
Well,
kidding.
all right. Well, I guess we're canceled.
Yep. So see ya.
Yeah, this is shortest run ever.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. All right. Let's go.
Watching your mouth move, damn you look stupid. No filter, I got no filter. No filter, I got no filter. No filter, I got no filter. No filter, I got no filter.
What's up, YouTube? My name is Fisch,
I'm Optimal Prime.
and welcome to Fat Guys React. Fat White Guys React. Fat Dudes React.
Some
fat
variation
friends.
on
Exactly.
Some variation on obese
or
men
just
reacted.
Fish and Prime, Fish and Optimal. Who knows? We haven't settled on a name yet. If this is on YouTube, it's the channel name. So welcome to whatever that is. We were friends back in college and roommates, and it seems like a billion years ago. But we used to watch a lot of anime, watch a lot of movies, watch a lot of shows, and talk about them together. And so now, because we're much older and
Much wiser.
of course, and have real people jobs and are very busy, our discussions are mostly limited to just texts. So I wanted to set up this time so that we could watch stuff and react to it. And if it's any good, maybe share it with other people. We'll
a
see what
big
happens.
if.
Also, selfishly, I kind of wanted him to watch some of the shows that I've been high on for a while. Half of my texts to you are just, hey, have you seen
Have you seen this yet?
Watch, when you get a chance, like watch
Yeah,
these
right.
50 episodes.
I was gonna say, how many of those texts are responded with? Yeah, I'll add it to my list.
Most of them. It's either that or like, have you seen One Piece? No, I'm gonna start it, and then you're like, all right, I'm 300 episodes into One Piece or whatever.
Right, and it's been 6 months.
Yeah. All right, so what we're gonna start with today is season 1, episode 1 of My Hero Academia, and I think this is gonna be a little different because I have seen the show. I'm currently caught up. The new season's about to start airing, I think in May of 2024, and I'm caught up. You are not.
Yeah,
You haven't seen any of it.
I have seen none of it. Yeah,
Right,
that's correct.
right. So basically, you're getting one person's reaction who's seen it all and who is hopefully going to tease out thoughts and answers from the other person who will be reacting to it for the very first time. I also think that you're probably going to have a bit of an interesting take on some of it because you are a big X-Men fan,
True.
right? So,
Yep.
comic book reader, like, do you like the movies? I don't even know if I like most of the movies.
I like X2 a lot, and I liked First Class a lot. I enjoyed the rest of them for what they were, but there are a lot of misses there
Okay.
in their attempt to be too realistic. I think they
Yeah.
lost some of the cartooniness.
Yeah, I think the last X-Men comic I read, I think the only one that I read, was like the Days of Future Past run. And I think I read that because the movie was coming out. So that was
Interesting.
years and years ago. And it wasn't anything like the movie.
That's true. It was completely different in every single way possible.
Yeah. So anyways, I think this is going to be interesting because, I mean, what do you know about My Hero Academia, if anything?
I know that there's a guy who's kind of like Superman
Okay.
named All Might, and
All right.
that's it.
All right,
That's
cool.
all I know about the whole show.
Cool. This isn't spoilery, but obviously I'm going to avoid spoilers as we watch this. You know, I'm not going to bring up anything or say anything that's going to, like, ruin something in the future.
Now, in
That would be
7 episodes,
stupid.
this guy's gonna die.
Right,
But, yeah.
right. But basically, it's very similar to X-Men in that there are heroes. Basically, there's this. Well, there are schools, but most of the population is actually the mutants, and very few of the people have no powers at all. So it's kind of flip flop there. But I think you'll like it. I think it'll be cool. And obviously, like the powers, the quirks they call them, are very unique, very diverse. Some of them are very useful, and some of them are like, why would that even? Who cares?
This is one of the anime on the list of things I haven't seen that I feel like is probably one of the most popular shows out there that I haven't seen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what else would be on there besides like maybe Bleach and Demon Slayer, but like I haven't watched and I haven't seen any of this, so this is completely fresh.
All right. Cool. Sounds good. One more thing before we get started. We are going to be watching the dub of this. I know that's blasphemous to some people. I know people hate that. I know you usually prefer subs.
I do.
There's a couple reasons. First of all, I think it'll be easier to react to, easier to talk over, and not miss stuff, because I've seen reaction videos where people will be watching the subs and will be talking to the person that they're reacting with and totally miss stuff, like just not read and totally miss like important things. And I want to hopefully limit that because it is frustrating, and the comments realize when you miss stuff like that and they get frustrated. Another reason is I think it's going to be maybe a little bit better for some viewers. You know, when I consume reaction content, a lot of it is done while I'm gaming or while I'm doing other stuff. And if I'm doing other stuff and somebody's watching the subbed version, I got to pay more attention to the subtitles and to their, who wants to pay attention to our ugly mugs, right? Like,
speak for yourself.
Well, yeah.
My mother says I have a great mug.
Perfect. All right, so that said, let's get into My Hero Academia Season 1, Episode 1.
All right.
We'll see how this goes.
I already hate it.
Oh, shoot. Well, that was fast. I guess we'll just end it. Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.
If you keep on hurting him, I'll stop you myself.
I just realized that bullying with superpowers has to be, like, way worse.
Sad truth.
Probably.
All men are not created equal.
Oh. It's a good line.
You'll kind of notice that he is this character is a very optimistic character. So
Sure. So I'll wait to find out. I'm assuming as the main character, he doesn't have superpowers. Am I right?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Boy, that voice sounds familiar.
And so I did watch the theme song beforehand just to make sure there weren't any like crazy spoilers. So I think we're good.
Pretty much all anime has spoilers in the.
I mean, a lot of them. Sometimes they fake you out with like fights that don't happen, and with that, like
frustrating.
I think Full Metal Alchemist did that a lot. I think Bleach might have done that. I can't remember.
It
But
reminds me of like a softer Jujutsu Kaisen, like the animation.
yeah, I get that.
Oh,
can't
so
remember.
is his bully gonna be like a constant rival? Because that's a main, not main character, but a character in the show. Because that's pretty cool. I asked the question, but I understand it's more of a.
This is like in
rhetorical
college
question.
when we would watch shows like Heroes, and
Was that Majin Buu?
yeah, it was Majin Buu. We would watch shows, and we had a specific friend who would always be like, "Is this like this? Is this what's gonna happen to this person?" And I'd be like, "Do you want me to say, or do you want me to go? Do you want to wait?"
The
Like,
first incident was in
so
Chongqing City.
same answer here. Like, watch and find out.
The world became a superhuman society, with about 80% of the population possessing some uncanny ability.
That's nuts.
Our
Right?
streets were
That'd be
cities
so
swirled with
wild.
chaos and confusion. A new profession dominated our collective
I was gonna
consciousness.
say though, because like if everyone has superpowers, like what makes superheroes special in the
It was
slightest?
an age
The fact that it's so random what power you get,
Yeah.
I would assume that makes a big difference. Like, you're gonna see some people with some pretty useless stuff going on.
Quirk. That's what they call it, huh? Interesting.
This area is far too dangerous. Whoa, the rescue specialist.
It also is weird to me that they have like regular police people.
Work like that, and he's just.
I don't know what they do.
When I'm gonna make it into the office.
Gotta work from home.
So, yeah, right. Guess they haven't had COVID yet.
Right.
Man, that's a weird looking shark, dude. He's wood. Oh, he's like that dude from Naruto.
Yeah. The guy in the green hair is named Midoriya. The guy that he's standing next to, that's what I mean by like a useless quirk. Like, he just has like
His face just
pointy
looks
things
weird.
coming out of his head. Yeah, like
Awesome. So it's not like everyone that has superpowers or quirks can like use them to fight.
right.
Gotcha.
Right, and so that's what a lot of this show is about. I mean, My Hero Academia, it's about training heroes, essentially. So,
Oh my.
yeah.
Piece of cake for the world's next hottest hero. Hi there, everyone. I'm Mount Lady. And you don't have to worry about this phone anymore.
Some things in anime never change.
Right.
With the rise of super, the looks and attitude to be.
So this show was out, and the series was out
out
before One Punch Man, right?
I think so.
I would assume so.
Yeah.
Since One Punch Man only has a couple seasons.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure the manga for sure was What's up, everybody? Editing Fisch here. This is something we were wrong about. I looked it up. One Punch Man's webcomic started in 2009, whereas My Hero Academia's manga started in 2014. One Punch Man's anime started in 2015, and My Hero Academia's anime started in 2016. So we were wrong about that. One Punch Man was earlier on both counts. But at the same time, My Hero Academia does have many more seasons and episodes than One Punch Man does. And I think that just goes to show some of the issues that One Punch Man has had with their anime process, but that's kind of a whole different issue for another time.
Don't let me in with this bunch of losers. I'm the real deal, but these guys will be lucky to end
is
up
this
as
his fire
sidekicks
bully?
to some busted D-lister.
Maybe.
You've got impressive test results. Maybe you will get into UA High.
He's gonna try for the national school?
That school has a 0.2% acceptance rate. It's impossible to get in.
Only place
The guy with the nose and the guy with the ears I can't get over. What useless quirks.
And they're like, yeah, make us heroes.
I can smell things real good, man.
That could be true. He's gonna turn into a villain and be the Penguin.
There's no way you're getting into the hero course without a quirk.
Well, actually, they got rid of that rule. I could...
How wild would it be to be a quirkless, like a hero with no powers? I mean, like Batman, I guess. Right.
His superpowers is money, though.
I'm not trying to compete against you.
Right.
I may not have a quirk, but I can still try my hardest, can I?
You're the best. You die in the exams. Defenseless
Like-
Izuku. The school's already crappy.
What's he gonna
You really
do?
want to embarrass it more by...
Boy, I'm gonna look so silly when he becomes a hero.
Hey, get back here!
Seriously, there's no stopping him.
Yes, there is. You know why? I am here.
That's like his catchphrase.
Is that Piccolo?
That's it. That explains everything.
Yes. Oh, I forgot to mention. Yeah, there's some voices you're probably gonna recognize. One of them is that. He's also Armstrong from Full Metal Alchemist.
Witness the alchemic arts passed down the Armstrong line for generations.
And Vegeta.
That fight from this morning is all over the news.
Now
Better
he
write
is,
some
I
notes down
guess.
before I
Was he
forget anything.
always?
He's the voice I recognize as Vegeta.
Now it's time for the main event of Bulma's birthday, the bingo tournament.
Weird.
I don't know what you think you're doing,
Like
Deku.
my
could
problem
be
is
wrong.
I watched so
What you
much
got, Miss Diary?
abridged that I think of that guy's voice when I think of
Tell me you're
Vegeta now.
taking notes on how to be a hero.
That's so mean.
Boom, roasted. See, this kind of reminds me of One Punch Man meets Blue
Don't
Lock.
even think of applying, or else.
Yeah, I can see that.
Just the competitive nature of it.
Oh, I can't wait till the next season of Blue Lock comes out.
Tell me
I
about
thought you
it.
at least had
It
some
was so
fight in
good.
you.
I watched it in
Finally
like
gets it. He'll
just a
never
couple
be
of
a hero.
days.
Pray that you'll be born with a quirk in your next life and take a swan dive off the roof of the building.
Jeez,
Sure,
man.
dude.
I mean, he basically just told him to go delete himself, right? Like,
Yeah, right.
yikes.
Idiot. You can't go around telling people to kill themselves. If I really... My dreams have turned into fish food.
It's a good metaphor.
How so? Expand.
Because it's fish food. He's talking about how it's gone down the toilet, but also, literally, his manual is fish food.
Faster, let's go!
I did it.
Good job.
That's some grade A analysis.
Oh, you're amazing.
Disaster footage from a long time ago.
Look, he's got more.
I am here is not a great catchphrase, I'm telling you right now.
Well,
And once I get
yikes, you're gonna get hate for that
I'm
one.
gonna be a hero just like
Am I?
I probably people love All Might.
I mean, I like the concept,
Sorry,
but
kid, it's not gonna happen.
Oh dear.
Classic.
You can see here that Izuku has 2 joints in his pinky, like roughly 20% of the population these days. Based on the research that's available, it's safe to say your son isn't going to develop a quirk.
so weird. That's such a weird, like, medical diagnosis.
Right, that they've noticed this thing.
Because of the amount of knuckles he's got.
Right.
there's always a smile on his face, no gives up. Do you think I can be a hero too?
No.
So yeah, no, you suck.
I'm sorry, Izuku.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
Mom, that's not what I needed you to say. Couldn't you see?
Yeah, I needed you to lie.
The world was
Yeah.
crumbling.
I mean, like, look, we all grow up and our dreams turn to dust in front of our eyes, right?
Yeah.
But man, that young would be
No matter what anyone else thinks,
rough.
I have to believe in my.
You'll make a perfect skin suit for me to hide in, kid. Taking over
That's
your body, it'll
Seen
be
enough
easier
porn
for
to know
you
where this is going.
to fight back. It'll only hurt for a minute. You'll feel better soon.
I didn't realize. I forgot that this was this kind of show. I tricked you.
This is why my parents wouldn't let me watch anime. I told you that, right?
Yeah.
As a kid.
You're a real hero to me.
Because I have the wrong idea of literally every anime.
That's why I wasn't allowed to watch Pokemon as a little kid.
They thought Pokemon was gonna be.
They thought all of it was. They thought all of it was like pornography.
Oh,
I was
see,
like, what a weird.
My parents thought it was all the devil. So like I'm with you in that kind of boat.
Can't be the end.
Now that I am here, that is.
He's here.
Get it. Get it? And
Ah,
if
see,
you're,
I
like,
said your
into
name.
The character. You did. You know, you're the one that was like, I don't want that.
I know it sucks, but he is here. I'm gonna have to start calling you bruh or something just so I.
My icon's even Optimus. I don't know what else to do for you.
I don't know. Well, with the 3 screens I have pulled up, I can't see your icon, so it's.
Hey! Wake up! Hey!
That just sounds like Piccolo right there.
Thought we lost you there!
Actually, it does sound like Piccolo and Armstrong together.
Witness the ultimate god! Pass down the Armstrong line! Well, looks like you're moving around
I get a lot of Armstrong vibes from him. I mean, just the muscles and just the shouting.
It might be time for a Full Metal Alchemist rewatch.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
I've captured the evildoer!
Put him in some bottles.
Standing right in front of me. Please sign my notebook. He already did. Thank you so much. This will be an heirloom, a family treasure basket. You're leaving already?
Can he fly?
Heroes are constantly fighting time as well as enemies.
Or is he just super strong?
He can't go
I
yet.
don't know.
There are still so many questions I have to ask him.
It's not a spoiler. You're about to see. He jumps. He's like the Hulk.
Thanks for your continued support!
Yeah, he can't be too much of a ripoff of Superman. I know he's like loosely based off of that concept. He
What
just
do you think you're doing? Let go! I love my fans! Point!
I just have a lot of things I want to ask you personally.
Shit.
What's that all about?
Wait, not yet. 1 second.
No! I don't have any time!
I have to know.
Wow, I had a really hard time counting his fingers for a second there. I was like, does he only have 4 fingers? No, just can't count. Perfect.
But even so,
Never mind.
I'm not gonna give up.
Okay.
Ever.
So when All Might transformed,
Is it possible
Or-
to become a hero
well, hold on.
even if I don't have a quirk?
What do you think he's gonna say?
Could I ever hope to be someone like you?
I mean, he's gotta say no, right? Like, I mean, I know he's like optimistic and probably the paragon of hope for this universe, but
All right. So no answer yet.
awesome. So my question though is,
Okay, so this is us recording a little bit later. We had some technical difficulties with our recording from last time. When I went to pause the video at the end to kind of talk about stuff at the very end, everything got lost. The recording paused itself and then picked back up like way later. So I missed most of it. So I want to take this time real quick before we record our next episode to kind of hit back on some of the stuff that we were talking about last time at the end. So one of the things that you had mentioned last time when we were watching, we had seen we'd seen All Might transform, we'd seen him bleed a little bit, and you had said,
I think I initially thought it was like a Jekyll and Hyde situation, or maybe that there was just, I don't know, I kind of got some like, I think I picked up on the wrong vibe, because I've actually been thinking about it, because I watched that sequence again after, and I don't know, I'm thinking maybe he's like losing his power. I don't know, because like, or like it's killing him. I don't know. That's kind of more the vibe I got the second time, as opposed to like, oh, he's nefarious.
Okay, so you're because you had specifically mentioned like Omni-Man and Homelander as like kind of, you know, maybe he's like that. Are you still?
I think I'm off that train. No, okay. I don't know why I think I was just watching too much Invincible.
Okay.
Before. So because that's not the vibe I got on the second time kind of going through it.
Okay.
Again.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean it's definitely a popular concept right now. I mean, there's a lot out there that's evil heroes, or you know.
Well, and it would essentially, it would be interesting too, because the main character clearly idolizes this guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like there's either two ways they can go with this. There's either the one I originally thought, which is like, oh, well, this is clearly a bad guy, and this is him coming to terms with the fact that his heroes are not real heroes. Or it's gonna be like, yeah, you can be just like me type of situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering if the main character develops powers, right? And they're in a similar vein, you know, like that kind of thing, I feel like would be cool too. But I don't know. Just all speculation, of course.
Okay. All right. I think that, I mean, now that you've got different thoughts on that, I think that covers most of what we talked about at the end. I think a lot of our discussion was based around kind of that. I mentioned a couple other things with that similar trope, but if that's not what you think anymore, then we don't have to talk about those.
Yeah.
Until,
because I was gonna say I think we did talk about the fact that like, we don't know how people would respond. Like if they actually had superpowers, like who would actually become heroes, and how many people would just use that to like take advantage of situations.
Exactly, because the pessimistic side of me definitely thinks that there would be a whole lot of people that would just be like, kind of above the law now, right? Like like I'm gonna do kind of some questionable stuff. Maybe not be like a full, maybe not rob banks, but like you know, maybe use my power to skim a little bit off the top at my employer's place, or you know, whatever it might be, right? Like I think there's a lot of opportunity for that kind of stuff. You know, some petty theft stuff going on, maybe, or something like that. And I at the same time wonder how many people would actually be like, I'm gonna risk my life and be a hero and stop people with powers. When you know, it's one thing when you go out and you know you can stop anybody, you know you're invincible. Right. It's a whole other thing when, like, you know, anybody else can just knock you down and you're done.
Right. Yeah, you have super jumping, but that guy's got super strength. So if he hits you, you're done.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, I get you.
All right. Well, that's all we really wanted to talk about before we start up the next episode. So thanks for watching. As we said at the beginning, I'm Fisch.
I'm Optimal Prime. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Cool. We nailed it.
Yeah, of course. Absolutely. We always do. This is Fat Guys React. Thanks for watching.
Watching your